5 investigates tonight, digging into a drunk driving case involving an accused repeat offender who was also a prominent Boston firefighter. Kathy Curran found that the case is raising questions about whether state police procedures are undermining our strict drunk driving laws.
All of a sudden, this loud bang on the back of my car.
Eric Jones and his friend were stopped at a red light on Gallivan Boulevard in Dorchester when an SUV barreled into the back of his car without warning.
I braced my steering wheel to avoid going through the windshield.
The man behind the wheel of the SUV that April night back in 2016 was Dan Magoon, the head of Mass Fallen Heroes and a Boston firefighter, where part of his job is to drive the district chief to fire scenes.
How would you describe what he was like that night?
I could smell the alcohol on his breath. I could see that his eyes were bloodshot red, staggering, waving his hands around.
State police say the off-duty firefighter was unsteady on his feet, smelled strongly like alcohol, had slurred speech, and bloodshot eyes. Magoon refused to submit to any field sobriety tests and answer any more questions. He was initially handcuffed, but then requested medical attention for a migraine. The cuffs came off, and Boston EMS transported him to Kearney Hospital. Troopers requested that any blood drawn here be tested for alcohol content, but that never happened. Despite being transported, Kearney Hospital says Dan Magoon was never even treated here. And after he asked for medical attention, state police didn't arrest him, and he was never offered the breathalyzer.
It undermines the intent of the law.
Ron Bersani is the driving force behind Melanie's Law, named after his granddaughter who was killed by a repeat drunk driver. It stiffened penalties for suspected repeat offenders like Dan Magoon, who already had an OUI in 2001. Under that law, a person suspected of a second OUI who refuses the breathalyzer automatically loses their license for 3 years.
That would have gotten someone who might be a drunk driver off the road for quite a while.
Should you be on the road? Is there an issue? Are you dealing with it?
It's not an issue. I mean, again, it was an accident, and I feel horrible for that, and I feel horrible for the 2 individuals that were involved in the accident. I personally want to put it behind me.
After a clerk's hearing at Dorchester District Court, Dan Magoon's case was on track to be dismissed as long as he didn't have any more problems. But the victim's side of the story wasn't heard because they weren't notified of that hearing.
I was fuming when I heard that.
So Eric Jones brought this police report to Dorchester District Court and began asking questions. Almost a year after the crash, a second hearing was held. Jones testified, and Dan Magoon was criminally charged with speeding and his second OUI. Magoon wouldn't talk specifics about the case because of the pending charges against him.
From that accident, I was summoned to the court and showed up and appeared, and I've done that every time the court has asked me to.
State police told us it's common practice to just summons, not arrest, potential drunk drivers who ask for medical treatment so troopers can get back on patrol, raising broader concerns about the procedures followed that night.
I think it is more important for the state police to get the potential alleged drunk driver off the road than it is to return 2 troopers to the road.
Very frustrating.
Years later, Eric Jones is still hoping for accountability.
I feel as though that he should not be on the road.
And the court doesn't know why the victims weren't notified of the initial hearing, and state police tell us they have no knowledge as to why Magoon wasn't treated at the hospital. They say troopers took appropriate action and followed proper protocol that night. Magoon pleaded not guilty. His trial is scheduled for July. Kathy Curran, 5 Investigates.